Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Today, we are diving headfirst into 40 ultra-hot trivia facts to really decode the absolute phenomenon that is Cristiano Ronaldo. Whether you're a hardcore fan who catches every single match, or you're just kind of curious about one of the most famous athletes in human history, we're going to unpack exactly what makes this striker such an enduring global icon.
Okay, so here's our game plan for today. We've got 5 chapters. First, the boy from Madeira. Second, dominating the club scene. Third, international glory for Portugal. Fourth, mind-blowing stats and records. And finally, number 5, the man behind the brand.
All right, let's jump right into Section 1, the boy from Madeira. We're looking at the true origins of a football titan.
Born in Madeira, Portugal on February 5, 1985, he honestly wasn't always the unstoppable force we know today. Get this, his childhood nickname was actually Crybaby. Seriously, no joke. He earned that moniker because he used to literally weep whenever his team lost a game. That fierce, emotional hatred of losing, it started super young, well before he kicked off his professional career at his very first club, Sporting CP.
And you know, his whole identity on the pitch has gone through a pretty massive evolution. When he made his professional debut, he was actually rocking the number 28 jersey. But as his skills as a powerhouse striker sharpened, he claimed that iconic number 7 shirt. Now, that number is entirely synonymous with his massive global brand.
Moving right along to Section 2, dominating the club scene. Basically, how he became an absolute nightmare for defenders. Look, his reign in Spain was nothing short of historic. He didn't just overtake Raul Gonzalez to become Real Madrid's greatest goal scorer ever, he terrorized the entire league. He literally scored against every single club in La Liga, and if you played for Sevilla, oh man, he was your worst nightmare. He shook their net a massive 27 times. All this on-pitch brilliance bagged him 5 Ballon d'Or awards. But his cultural footprint got so huge that he even stepped off the pitch to film a legendary Lego commercial with 4 other players. How wild is that?
So, here's a crucial question for all you hardcore fans looking at his club career. How many times has he actually claimed Europe's most prestigious club prize? Yep, the answer is 5. He holds an incredible 5 Champions League titles. But honestly, what's maybe even more insane is that he remains the all-time top scorer in the tournament's history with a mind-blowing 140 goals. I mean, there are entire historic clubs out there that haven't achieved what this guy has done all by himself. Let's pivot to Section 3, International Glory for Portugal, where we see him cementing a truly global legacy.
Out on the international stage, his monumental achievements span literal decades. A huge highlight for sure was leading Portugal to win the Euros back in 2016. But his true legacy? It's his unmatched longevity. He is the only player in history to score in 6 consecutive World Cups. 6! And he clearly isn't slowing down anytime soon, having recently scored a brace against Uzbekistan.
And hey, if you're wondering which national team is his absolute favorite victim on the pitch, kind of like Sevilla was back in La Liga, it is Luxembourg. Whenever he faces them on the international level, goals are pretty much a guarantee.
All right, let's get into Section 4, mind-blowing stats and records, or as I like to call it, leaping like a literal NBA athlete.
Just think back to that match against Sampdoria. Ronaldo executed this record-breaking header by jumping a massive 2.56 meters into the air. Let that sink in. He was leaping like a literal NBA athlete just to reach the ball. It's a true testament to his rigorous, honestly almost superhuman physical conditioning.
Now, with such fierce competitiveness on display, and keeping in mind his childhood nickname was Crybaby because of how much he despised losing, it really begs the question, how often does that intense passion actually cause him to cross the line?
Remarkably, out of over 1,000 competitive matches throughout his sprawling career, he has only received 12 red cards. Seriously, just 12. For a player who is constantly getting targeted by defenders and who plays with his absolute heart on his sleeve, that shows some wonderfully controlled aggression.
Finally, we arrive at Section 5, the man behind the brand. This is all about discipline, family, and his massive global impact. You know, despite his insane level of global fame, his personal life remains surprisingly grounded. He shares his life with his beautiful wife, Georgina Rodriguez, and their 5 children, and he still maintains super close ties with his best friend Marcelo. But keeping up that superhuman physique, yeah, his lifestyle is incredibly strict. His favorite drink is literally just water, and his ultimate cheat meal, a traditional Portuguese cod dish called bacalhau à Brás.
That discipline even extends to his personal choices. Like, he intentionally has 0 tattoos just so he can regularly donate blood. Off the pitch, he's a total powerhouse businessman who actually owns the luxury hotel chain Pastana CR7. And while he absolutely loves jamming out to the energetic national team track Happy, his own ability to bring joy to fans is just off the charts. When he launched his YouTube channel, his sheer global magnetism brought in a staggering 10 million subscribers in less than 12 hours. Talk about breaking the internet.
I think the real key to understanding him might just lie in his own words. He once said, "Past is never come again. The present, it's the best gift that we have in our life." That right there, that is his relentless drive summarized perfectly. He doesn't just sit back and rest on his past trophies. He maximizes every single day.
So today, we find him right on the verge of a historic, completely unprecedented milestone: 1,000 career goals. With his legendary "See You" celebration primed and ready to go at any moment, I really want to leave you with this to chew on. When exactly do you predict he will hit that 1,000 goal mark? And looking ahead to the future of the sport, who do you think is going to take home the 2026 World Cup? Think about it and keep exploring the amazing world of football.